Hey friends, back from the record show today here in Omaha. I took my camera with the intention of recording some stuff, and just never had the opportunity. I was so busy. Um, First thing I'll tell you, I did buy some things. I'm happy with what I bought. I didn't spend all the money I took to spend. Happy to say I was augmented with some sales. I took Dereck 3. I took three copies. I went ahead and took 3 with the idea that Stuart, the one record seller from Lincoln who would have a table, would definitely want one. I sold all 3. I really kind of thought I was just going to be showing. Again, I'm modest. I am, you know. I thought maybe I'll sell them. I'll take 3. At first I was thinking of taking 5, but check it out, people. I got you covered, Mr. 666 Skulls. But as a result of the 3 sales I made today, I have 11 copies of Dereck 3 on vinyl left. 11 copies, people, and I'm not going to be repressing it. That's right away anyway. I'm going to be moving on. I almost finished, the remastering was almost done on Friday. But as a result of the remastering, gained time. So I decided to, I've changed the order again, and I'm adding another track. So I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. Dereck 2 is, see, Dereck 2, when that came out, I put that out with the idea that it's going to be an album, and so several songs are on there, not just impressions of. There are musical impressions, but there are several songs on the album. So by adding these 4 tracks and dropping 2, I'm really feeling and listening to them remastered. I watched for a little bit as Tom started his process. It is like working magic. I'm really getting excited about having this out on vinyl. Also, as I said in my last video, a person in reality changes his mind, and so I'm changing my mind about Dereck 2. I'm probably going to do a different cover than the one I had originally. I'll honor that somehow. But and I have options. There's a professional artist here in town whose work I love. Told me he'll do it for free. Plus the work that I'm doing on my collages, when I look at it, nothing really stands out as being appropriate for Dereck 2, but I'm starting to think about new artwork. So anyway, not even getting to the records yet. So I bought some records, and what I need to do is, not what I need to do, but that's what happens is I'll blow my wad, but I don't always buy everything I see, and so when I'll get home and then I'll think, should I go back? We'll see. We'll see. But here's what I bought. I'm playing something that I bought. It's a reissue. Some of you will be surprised at some of what I bought today because they'll think surely he had this. Well, I did on CD, but not on vinyl. This is not an original, but I'm really happy to get it. I got everything here for pretty reasonable prices. A couple things I spent that I got on vinyl today. I love Supreme. Yeah, this is a reissue, but it's a gatefold. It's like brand new. The record is. So I picked that up today. I don't remember this album by Synergy. Metropolitan Suite. Larry Fast Synergy. On his Audion label. I already played a little bit of this, and this stuff can seem cheesy, but you know, this is good. Pick that up. I picked up some cool records actually. So these I used to have this on the import, but I found this U.S. version. This is Ian Carr's Nucleus in Flagrante Delicto. Love the cover. Ian Carr's Nucleus on Capitol. This was nice. This was nice. $5. So I got this. I did not have this one before. Out of the Long Dark by Ian Carr's Nucleus. Another U.S. pressing. Sadly, Ian Carr passed away. Was it last year, I think? Fine musician from the UK. Really, a mover and shaker. This was a nice find. This appears to be a reissue, but it also could be an original. But it's in pristine shape, and this is fantastic. Pharaoh Sanders, Black Unity. This is incredibly excellent, and I already played some of this. Now, I'm gonna pop this because I got this for less than $10, and it's in. Look at that! It's in excellent condition. Excellent. It looks brand new. It could be a reissue, but it's probably is a reissue. Probably a second generation. On the black with the red trim. Impulse. This is you folks that have this album know how monstrously intense this is. Pharaoh Sanders, if I may say, it's a little bit of a diss to music critics in general. But I think, unfortunately, due to a tendency of music writers to speak a certain way about musicians like John Coltrane and Pharaoh Sanders has been relegated to second rung to John Coltrane, which is bullshit. This man is just as much of an iconoclast and pioneer of jazz saxophone as John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, any of the others. This man is amazing, and he's still alive. Props to Pharaoh Sanders. I was real happy, as you can hear, I was real happy to find this today. Let's keep going. I found some good records, people. This one has ring wear, and the record's a little beat, but it's not easy to find. George Harrison's Electronic Sound. Got this today. On the Zapple label, which I love. I always thought this was so cool. The John Lennon Unfinished Something album, or the one where Yoko's in the bed in the hospital where she had the miscarriage on the cover. That's also on the Zapple label. So this is something I'm really happy I got today. Man, I wish I could make that focus. Won't fucking focus. I was looking to see if there's. Oh well. Let me keep going because this is. I don't want this to. Well, you know how they end up being long. I got a few more records to show, so haven't played everything yet. So we're getting to the stuff now that I did play some of this. Now I don't know if this is a reissue. It's so clean that it makes me think it's a reissue, but then it's more than likely this is probably an original. But I'm thinking, I remember the original had a different cover. Ornette Coleman, Town Hall, 1962 on ESP. It's in pristine shape. But when I opened it and I look at the inner sleeve, it's got that yellow of it's just got the natural yellow of age, and then it's a. What do I have here? You know, I just for the first time saw an orange ESP in Anders' collection. This is yellow. I looked it up and I still can't tell. I can't find out definitively that this is a repress. Because if it's not a repress, this is amazing to have found, an original, but I think it's a reissue, but still, this is fantastic. music, fantastic music. Ornette Coleman, man, Ornette Coleman. Yeah, I found some good stuff here. I'm gonna just flip this over and keep going here. My next find was something I spent a little for. I did get a discount, but I paid for it. Used to have an original of the first one, and then I had this one, then I sold it. I sold both. So I was really happy to find this Radio City Big Star. Big Star #1 record put together. This is a UK pressing. This is not new. This is old. This is an old UK pressing. Yeah. Yeah. It's in excellent condition. I mean, I even when I open it, it still cracks. Wow. Yeah, this is an old issue. This is not recent. I love that. I'll have to look up and see when this came out. I haven't played this yet, but this is just some of the best pop music, you know, ever made. And the seller, who is also a fan, the guy I bought this from, bought Dereck 3 from me. I mean, as soon as I pulled it out, he bought it. When we talked about this, he was happy that this was going to a good home. He's had it forever. A guy older than me. I got a few more of these. I took my good old I took my record store day bag. I've got so many to choose from. I thought about, haven't used Earl of Swabs in a while. I've used that bag though. The rest of these I haven't even taken the stickers off of yet. But here's one that I got for $1. Prince Party Man, 12-inch. Picking up more Prince. I'm still collecting, especially when I can get it for nothing. I've got this on a 3-inch CD. This I bought because he's like a new friend of mine. And I've been hoping to find some records by the Elvis brothers. Brad Elvis, this guy right here, I just recorded with him last year in Chicago with Kleeman, the guy from Denmark I've told you guys about. The record is being, actually they're waiting for some input from me. Oops. But the record should be out on vinyl this year. But Brad Elvis is the current drummer in the band The Romantics. What I like about you. But yeah, he told me about the Elvis brothers, and he was in the band Screams before this, so I had to grab this today. And it's on the Portrait label. I'll be messaging Brad either later today or tomorrow with some pictures. Hey, buddy, look what I found. Man, I just love that about, where I'm at. My friends, buying my records friends. Okay, another reissue, but so glad to get it. And I got this for, I'm going to take the sticker off, because I didn't pay $8 for this. I paid $5 for this. Africa Brass, John Coltrane Quartet. Yeah. Yeah. It's a reissue, but I ain't crying. Yes. Yeah, it's a reissue. But you pay crazy money for impulse originals, and I'm not doing it. Okay, I got me some more. This was reduced, but this was Giant Steps. The price on it was $15, but they reduced it because it's not an original. But it's immaculate. It's in mint condition. Really glad to add this to my collection. Giant Steps on vinyl. I had all these on CD. I have them all on CD still. And here's another one I just love. Glad to get this on vinyl. My favorite things. Fantastic. Just fantastic. Yeah, these are reissues, but again, unplayed. They all appear to be unplayed. Really happy with these. Okay, just a few more records. So here's one. I asked them to mark it down. It was marked down from 30 to 20, and I got a little bit more off. But this is an album that I've always wanted more for anything for the cover, and this is probably the actual copy that I used to lust after in the store. It's still got the shrink wrap hard stuff, Bolex Dementia. I remember that, $3.98, and this was $3.82 rather. And back in the day, this was unthinkable. That $3, $4 was like gold. We were so strapped for money. And now, you know what I'm saying? It's so weird, But I've always liked this cover. I don't know that I'm even going to like the album. But it's got the cat that was John Cann, who was in Atomic Rooster, Paul Hyman, John Gustafson. Yeah, these guys were also in Quatermass and some other... John Gustafson's even played in Roxy Music, played bass with them. So, this is an original, like I said. Well, it's still got the fucking shrink wrap, from the back in the day. Gale, I bought this from Gale. Same, yeah, inner sleeve is original, everything. So, he gave me a little bit off, but I was like, okay, finally. I want this, even if the record sucks. I've always wanted it. The last few things I bought, another Vangelis album, To the Unknown Man. This is one new to my collection, and this is 1982. John Anderson is on a track here. So I don't really know if this is like a compilation or a new thing. I went ahead and bought this because it gave it to me half price. It was $14, but they gave it to me for $7. Cover's in pretty good shape. Now I have this, but I didn't have the colored vinyl. This is in pretty good shape, and it's the colored vinyl version. So I was happy to grab that for $7. No problem, friend. Yeah, no problem getting that. The last two things were lower priced, but things that I had been kind of wanting. Landscape. From the Tea Rooms of Mars, is it? Yeah, From the Tea Rooms of Mars. This is a project that is associated... I cannot remember. I thought there was some sort of connection to either Brand X or... it's not coming to me right now. It's on RCA, but this is... Okay. This was like maybe $2 or $3, so I don't see it. And so this will be like... I never owned it, but it's something I was curious about. From the Tea Rooms of Mars, Landscape. And the last thing I got was a Stephen Halpern, Daniel Kobialka album. I love Stephen Halpern's music. Wonderful music. Recollections. Loosely it goes under the New Age category, which I hate. This is some of the most sublime, beautiful music. Stephen Halpern has theories, and he's a... both of these guys are, academics about this shit. This is interest on Halpern's label. This is Halpern Sound, so that's a nice label. That's my first one on that label. So I'm going to be doing some happy listening here, as well as dealing with my impulse to look at my wallet and possibly go back and see if there's anything else. All right. Talk to you.